coming on July 10th, 2020, did arrive. An energy window of 9 days, July 6th, 2020 to July 14th, 2020. Day 8, Monday, July 13th, 2020. Let's begin. So we have now added in our emerald green staff, if you will, onto our timeline. And we do have our 12 watch areas: space, weather, jet stream, ring of fire, earthquakes, volcanoes, sea life, economies, Middle East, the United Nations, Krakatoa, Cascadia Zone, and the sunspot cycle. And we do see, we've been tracking Comet Neowise, the comet, through this time period. We do see some change in the jet stream across the top of the United States there. And we also see the change in the jet stream across the Atlantic. We know that we were watching the Ring of Fire. We did have some 5.3 quakes pop off there today, Monday, July 14th, 2020. Volcanoes kind of stayed moderate the entire time. We did have Krakatoa erupt on Tuesday, July 7th. Sea life, nothing really came up there for sea life. Some interesting different stories popped in relation to Syria and Turkey. And again, the UN involved in giving out aid in the Middle East. Again, the UN became very prominent today in the news in relation to holding back aid to various countries. And Iraq and Krakatoa, we did talk about it on Monday, July 6, 2020. On Tuesday, July 7, 2020, it did erupt, so we've added into our emerald staff there. The Cascadia Zone, it was very hot last week as the fourth wave started to come in. It's kind of petered out a little bit. The sunspot cycle, we will open up our main graph here for this, and you can see on 7/13 today, the Monday, you can see how the bow shock is after absorbing a lot of the energy now, and how it's buffeted off to the side, the left and right. So very, very powerful energy that came in. And we did add our main graph there from the 12th into our key area onto our timeline during the fourth wave. You can see how the timeline has kind of slowly progressed from Monday, July 6, 2020. We were looking at the graph, Schumann Resonance, and areas off the coast of Oregon there, and we saw that on Tuesday, Oregon, Cascadia area, and in Krakatoa and the interplanetary magnetic field were all being starting to show signs of increased energy, so we added that in. So this is 32 Atlantean stone tablets, dream vision, and let me see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this dream vision really quick. It's most likely I'm going to have to do a separate video to actually explain it more in depth. So the dream vision started off with being in front of the pyramids and space behind it changing and altering and going really fast and moving at various speeds. And then it shifted to being in water, looking at the water, and being in, on, around the water, and steps up to a place of light. So then it shifted to just being in front of the sun and watching the sun erupt with tremendous amounts of energies everywhere throughout the sun. And then it shifted to where I was in front of a green emerald tablet, and I started to kind of decipher and look at the symbols, and it began to be encoded. Then it shifted to a two pyramids or two shapes interlocked together around humankind or mankind, and that this would be very important for mankind to know about, or to learn, or to understand about. And then it shifted again to text. So, as I said, looks like I'll probably have to do a separate video to go deeper into these, the text of what this dream vision is. But these are the text that was in front of that the world needs to kind of know more about now, as this epoch is proceeding forward. And then a very ancient gates opened, and knowledge is going to be given or revealed to mankind. And then I was brought up to the stars and brought towards the constellation of Orion, and the stars intermixed, and then they came back, and then they showed the hunter. And then once more I was back in front of the pyramids, but this time the Orion constellation was above, and each of the apexes of the pyramids went to one of the stars across the belt of the hunter. And then once more I returned to the Orion's belt, but looked different this time. It was there, and then it was beginning to change the light spectrum, and then it was as if like it turned into an eagle or a phoenix or something very powerful would come. So that has been the fourth wave of energy incoming on July 10th, 2020, an energy intensity window of 9 days, July 6th, 2020 to July 4th, 2020. And this has been day 8, Monday, July 13th, 2020. And once again, I will do a deeper video on the dream vision and go deeper into more knowledge and spend more time on it to give more insight. It has to be a separate video because it's too in depth to really do it justice with just barely touching on the stuff. So I will add that as well. So